I'm gonna bring your phone.
Oh. And you just let him walk right past.
Oh, he had bad poops. More ways than one.
I grabbed one thinking she grabbed the other.
No. You think you open? God, just scoop. Ooh.
Yeah.
Let's pee. My hands were full. That's why I couldn't help.
You just didn't want the day to pass with him with no points.
Yep. Okay, this is a normal.
It might have came from the other one.
What?
It might have came from him.
Okay. Oh, this wasn't supposed to be in here.
No.
It's okay. You say you're daddy. I'll be right back.
You got beans.
Hello. How are you guys doing? Are you guys excited? Do you want to tell everybody about? So remember the question that we got asked about why training, clicker training?
Let me move the can over towards you.
Well, I'm coming over that way. I'm just getting my supplies out.
Hey, where'd you go? I don't have my phone.
I have my phone.
Let me go out there real quick to turn off the noise gate. I mean, so you guys can hear quieter noises a little better.
Oh, there was a butt shot. The camera too.
You don't get sound loops. You don't mute.
Oh, sorry. I wasn't even paying attention. Okay, do you want this? Or... Okay, so last night the question was asked, why clicker training? And I bought my very first clicker training book with me, and it's by Karen Pryor, and it's so thin and so easy to read. I highly recommend it, and it's called Getting Started Clicker Training for Cats. So, I don't know, can you see it?
Yeah, that's close enough. I'll let you know in 30 seconds.
Okay, well, we can give it back then. So I highly recommend the book. It's an easy read, but then also Jackson Galaxy has some great items as well on his website about clicker training, and specifically now during the shutdown, Jackson Galaxy is providing lots of different tools because he knows everyone's staying at home. And basically, to answer the question, and I thought this was John and I thought this was a really good analogy, that clicker training is more like bargaining. So since your cat doesn't always recognize our gestures and noises, we use clicker training. So what else did we say?
You're striking up a rapport with your cat, and as a trade. Mm-hmm. You're trading treats for certain behaviors. And since cats really we make too much noises, we don't use just like one word or two words. So that's what the clicker is for. It gives a very identical sound, repeatable, and they start to associate that with a desired behavior that they can repeat for a treat.
Yep. I use, again, Ruthie as an example. She's a master manipulator, and now she's learned how to manipulate me. But yet, the trick's on her, because she's doing things I want her to do. Ha ha ha. Anyway, I think this will be our last night really doing touch. I think we'll try to, tomorrow, move into high five, because they seem to get this down pretty quickly. But we'll see. And again, clicker training is supposed to be pretty short. It's not supposed to be long periods of time, and you don't, oh, sorry. It's not supposed to be long periods of time, and you always want to stop when they disengage. So that's really important. And typically, once they get the cue, which is going to be touch, and they've gotten it 10 times, you move on to the next trait. So, so tonight we're doing cue. So I'll say the cue, which is going to be touch, and then I'll show them what I want them to touch. Once they do it, I will click them, and then I'll give the reinforcer, which is the trait. So it's cue, behavior, click, and reinforcement. So those are the 4 things.
For those for poor CCers, I think when Faith posts the videos, YouTube does an auto CC. So that might be another way to follow along if you can't do it live. See, we're supposed to be setting a trade with him, but he's like, I'm the thief here.
I don't know how many I have in my hand. Okay. So I'm going to move, the touch away. So touch. Nope. Touch.
Now he will hopefully start to associate
Touch.
that. When he touches, he hears a click, and that means treat.
Touch. So he didn't do it fully, but he did it halfway. And that's okay. Touch. Ready? Touch. Touch.
I'm ready for my
Touch.
next one.
Okay, I'll take a few more. Oops.
No freebies.
Oops. Touch.
This is basically the starter training for the kitties. Something
Touch.
simple,
Good job, buddy.
something they do inherently want to do by sniffing.
Touch. 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 Good boy. Touch. Okay, only a couple more because I don't know what his tummy's gonna be like. Do 2 more each. Let's see if he can do a long touch. Touch. It's half touch, but I'll give it to you. Touch. One's working a lot harder than the other.
The path of least resistance.
Let's see if we can get touch. Are you done, Zuko, or do you want more? Daddy's not gonna do it.
Yeah, YouTube won't subtitle live streams. When Faith uploads it on her channel, I believe
Touch.
YouTube will CC that.
And we're done.
It's not instantaneous. I think it has to process. Your mileage may vary.
And again, here's the clicker training book that I recommend, and then Jackson Galaxy has tons.
Like, for example, the high five, how she was doing with the touch, you can hold your hand up and wait for the cat to touch it with their paw. According to the book, a lot of patience is recommended for this one. And once they actually touch with their paw, then you click, you give them a treat, and then you repeat. And after they do it 10 or so times, then you start saying high five with it. And then they start to associate the word high five with the treat, the action of the treat.
I think Twix will be easy with the high five. Only because he's already done it a couple of times. I don't think Zuko's going to be that into it. Just a hunch. I'm going to give them some clay. I'm going to try to give them some clay. Oh, can we move the orange? Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I tried getting them to jump earlier and they were like, eh.
You were night-nighting? I put the blue spring on his on Twix's tail the other day, earlier today.
I've been known to do that.
It didn't stay very long.
Whoa.
So in clicker training, the treat is the reinforcer, and sometimes cats that are not food motivated, you have to use something different. So in the shelter, we have used petting as a reinforcer as well. We've used play. So like for kittens, you might give them a mouse to play for a minute. Or not a minute, a few seconds. We're working on our second mouse, killing it. Penny wants to come in. Did everyone have a good day? I haven't turned the news on all day.
You didn't watch your Rachel?
I didn't. I've been working.
Wow.
I worked about 8.5 hours today. It was good.
Oh, there's a paw under the door.
Is it stuck?
No.
Yes, it's
Oh,
stuck.
Oh,
It's
my-
stuck.
She'll get it out.
Penny.
It's not stuck. Might as well leave her out there. Nobody
Yes.
likes her.
Hey, that's so nice. She doesn't want to come in anyway. think so, and I don't know what to say.
I was here first.
It's their room. What, dear?
I just watched them land on me. That's all. The 60 frames per second is really good. You know, there's motion blur even at 60 frames. So it's like, wow, these guys are fast.
I'm not doing it on purpose. Although I'm
flinging in your direction.
You know what tomorrow is, dear?
Wednesday,
Yeah.
April 1st.
Yep. Should we make rules for each other?
I haven't thought about it yet.
We should play one at
Whoa.
Penny is trying to dig her way in here. What are you looking at?
Just reading chat.
What does it say?
And watching them flying. It's coming. There's no blurries. It's already April 1st in some places.
Oh.
Yeah, David C. says it's tough to come up with a good April Fool's jokes that are just funny and aren't mean.
True.
Yeah, it's a lot of times businesses come out with some really good ones. Like before Thin Geek closed, they had an annual prank. What's really great is when somebody does an April Fool's prank and then somebody actually makes it. April Fool's product.
Like the cat and the packing gear outfit. One year they had that.
Mm-hmm.
If the shelter was open, I could do an April Fool's. I got another cat. I did that to my mother once, actually. It was a few days before I got Penny. I think I called her up. I said, I got a kitten. And she's like, what? And she was like, send me pictures. Oh my God, I can't believe it. And she was actually really excited. And then I had to tell her April Fool's. And she got really mad because she was so excited. But then I did get Penny like 2 days later, or 4 days later.
He's got the jumping down. Camping, REI had camping gear for cats.
Right? Like a couple years ago, I think.
You guys had a good shot of Zuko's belly flying right towards the cam. About 30 seconds ago.
Oh, you caught it midair. Nice job.
You did that for me earlier, too.
Oops, sorry. Penny's cracking me up.
I think I did an April Fool's joke one year where I said I was voting Republican.
Trying to kill me. You want to come in?
No, she'd just get growled at and they'll puff up. And
She says, I know. Oh my God, look at that head tilt. She says, I know how to stay away from them. Coming in, Penny?
nope. Twix is like, I'll escape though.
Tomorrow I want to see if we can get like the camera showing them run to the master. Can I just turn it around?
Yep. Or I can do it with my cell phone.
Yeah, it's just that it's during your meeting time.
That's true. How's that for? You see, the cat you found. What was her name? Morticia.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if Morticia's fertility or pregnancy test prank was an April Fool's.
For some reason, I feel like it was not.
Yeah.
I don't know though. I don't remember because I think I found her in the fall. I think. You know, both of our memories are brilliant. It's a good point, David. You can't really do any April Fools that aren't mean. And I don't know if this year is a good year to be doing April Fools.
Yeah. Yeah, don't go, I got Corbett, April Fools!
Yeah.
None of those, none of those. Somebody will slap you, the crap out of you once, all clear is lifted. Remember, July comes along. Remember that April Fool's joke? Pow! She's doing a shuffle.
This morning, Penny did a complete flop from trying to get in.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, she was in October because on Halloween, I did a transparent thing where she was see-through as she walked around. I took a snapshot of the room and made it half transparent. It worked until she started moving things around, and then you started seeing duplicates.
It's April 1st already. Oh my god, you're so silly. Well, so Bellevue Square is supposed to open up on April 4th, because that's when they close. They said we'll be closed until April 4th.
Yeah, might be postponed though.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think this week we'll really see how much long, if it's going to all open up.
Because clearly humanity cannot be trusted to not go into groups. One of the teenagers that refused to isolate during spring break, but his dad won't allow him home now.
Well, yeah, he's the one that apologized, right? On Instagram and everything. And didn't he end up getting it? I don't know.
I don't know, but it's like his dad told him, "Now you can't come home." He gave him he packed his trunk of his car, gave him some money, told him he can't come home. It's like his grandparents were living there. So
yeah, I mean, he probably has nowhere to go. That sucks.
And there's a choir that met just when this just started.
In Massachusetts?
No, just Mount Vernon.
Oh,
Everybody was just starting to talk about separating, and now about over 20 of them got it, tested positive, and 2 died.
That's terrible. Are you ready to relax?
If you guys haven't heard, pastor of the megachurch that refused to close and held mass or service, he's been arrested for that.
God, you're so cute. How's your belly? You have strong muscles in there?
Yeah, I've been checking that out. It looks like the scabs have fallen off.
Yeah, and the bump has gone down too. Look, and then now they even do the tattooing of the males.
Yep.
It's pretty cool.
He's got it too.
Ruthie has it, but none of my other cats have it.
Oh, well, I don't have any young males, but my male fosters have had they cut the males too and did a little green tattoo, so they have the scar in the tattoo, because some males when they're adult, they become really fuzzy and it's hard to tell they have X testicles. So they've been shaved and have been operated on and realized there's no uterus here. There's nothing in here.
Yeah, that happened at the shelter too. This poor cat came in and they couldn't tell if she was neutered, or spayed rather, and they opened her up and she was already done. So it's a good practice to do tattooing now. So you guys gonna cuddle and sleep? The river paper last night was a no-go.
I can't recall why.
They just didn't like it.
Mm.
Boop. Have these guys seen a mirror yet? David wants to know. No.
They probably have.
Really?
I mean, they're old enough to jump on bathroom counters. Zuko has jumped on my bathroom
Oh,
counter.
that's right, when you were getting ready the other day.
And they didn't react. So yeah, they've seen the mirror before.
And then Luna wants to know if they've seen the domestic cats yet. Yep.
You know, I love a cat that you could just like drag into your lap and they stay. These two are going to be a really awesome pair to adopt.
Oh, I would love to add them to our house.
But we can't.
You sure?
We can't foster anymore if you adopt the very first one.
Amber wants to know, do these cats like pets or not really?
They like pets, as you could, especially Twix. When Zuko's in a loving mood, oh yeah, he can't get enough of it. It's been cut in half.
Yeah, I think it's almost dead.
It's brand new.
No, it was a recycled one.
Oh.
Poopy's really smelt tonight.
Look how long this guy is. I think these are going to be 15-pounders as they get fully grown.
These two are male cats.
They're only 7.5 months old.
Yep, so someone at Rainbow Unicorns asked if they're male or female. So they're males, and they both are Homeward Pet Adoption Center kitties. And they're here because of the COVID-19. They had to shut all of the...
They were surrendered the day that the shelter was closing. So they reached out to all their volunteers asking for an emergency foster. And we talked about it and decided, yeah, let's go ahead and grab these guys. They'll be older, they'll probably be easier than the kittens. Ha!
Okay, this one's definitely dead.
Yep.
Yep. So these guys would be in a home right now if it wasn't for the virus. Yeah, I have a feeling they'll be actually bigger than 15 pounds. I think they'll be as big as Sylvester was, and Sylvester was 20 pounds.
Yeah.
So Sylvester was one of my late cats, and he was very big. Like, he was a big boned, long, giant everything.
20 pounds non-fat.
Yes, he was 20 pounds non-fat. They want to know if you've been to the new Star Wars movie yet.
I've seen the episode 9. In fact, I bought it today to watch at home. I like to watch really good movies in the theater when we can, and then buy it and watch it at home. The episode 9 I don't think was as good as the previous two. It's like there was too much of a gap in the storyline. They just jumped like a couple of way. Yeah. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about.
Thank goodness he has Chris for those movies.
Yeah. Not a big sci-fi fan. She's rom-com, romance. I'm sci-fi and action.
I like action.
We sometimes find movies that we both are interested in.
We watched, well, he liked Instant Family, if you guys haven't seen that. And that was kind of a...
Yeah, I like comedies. Some rom-coms I like.
We watched the Fred Rogers movie the other night, and that we both really liked that.
Yeah.
What is it? What was it called?
It's a Wonderful Neighborhood.
It's a Wonderful Neighborhood.
I think.
And we just finished watching 12 Strong.
12 men or 12 strong, yeah.
Yeah. And we both like that.
Has the same actor that plays Thor in Avenger movies. I can't remember his name.
The really sexy guy.
You know, I tried to use him to. He's a very versatile actor, and I tried to get her to watch the remake of Ghostbusters with the all-female cast, and
I didn't like it.
she couldn't get into it.
Oh, that was our first date.
Yes, she liked the comedians that played in
Yeah,
the movie.
females.
She liked Chris Hemsworth, but she just couldn't get into the story.
It was also like 2 in the morning on our first date, and I was very tired.
Yeah, true.
But we have never gone back after almost 3 years and watched it.
We should
No.
try it.
Yeah.
She says yeah, but she's shaking her head.
Someone wants to know, out of all the litters and cats you fostered, which pair do you miss the most?
I miss them all, but the most, there's some that you really wish you have kept, and the most recent one of that was Spock of the Roswell Fosters. He was the one that was so very sick, and he was at the ER vet for like a week, and I visited him every day, and it's like some of the ER vets still, they recognize me, and they still ask how Spock is doing. He was just such a little guy, but he killed me because he would sit on my shoulder, and I just go, give me hugs, and then he would lean against my head, and I just turned a putty every single time, and he still does that.
Is he like one of your very early first ones? Was he black and white?
He was, I think he was a tux, yeah. Black and white. No, he was all black. He was an all black kitten.
Oh, you were supposed to say Ray and Egon. Chris Helmsworth. Yes, he could read a dictionary, and yeah, I would watch that.
Like Morgan Freeman? Or...
No, because he's sexy. Okay, so Ghosties, you hated the movie. Which movie?
And the Ghostbusters remake, Chris Hemsworth played. He was very good at playing an idiot. Kind of how women are sometimes portrayed as being just eye candy, ditzy eye candy. They portrayed him in that role, but to the extreme, to really make a mockery of how women are portrayed.
I don't know. Oh, these must be
He
the
played
eyes.
it really well.
These are the eyes that keep coming off. That's
Eyes and ears. I found an ear earlier.
Oh, the newer Ghostbusters. That's what I thought you were saying. Yeah, I don't really have any intentions to go back and watching that. That's how he was trying to woo me.
I like the big one of the final boss fight where that one lady brought out the proton whips. That was freaking awesome.
This is dead.
That is dead.
Dead.
I'm gonna have to call the Ghostbusters.
You're so funny. I think it's over with. It's garbage.
I never seen cats wear those out so fast.
Yeah. We have a couple of cats that we not kidding you, like we'll take a new one on the first visit and it's dead by the end of the first visit because they just hold on to it and they don't let it go.
For people who have seen Somewhere in Time with Christopher Reeve, tell us if you've seen it, say if you liked it or not, because I'm trying to get her to watch that.
I feel like we have watched it.
No, we haven't. It's a romance, and I really like Christopher Reeve. I thought he was brilliant in that movie.
I feel like you've at least shown me the coming attractions.
I showed you the trailer, but the trailer for movies back then are trash. They didn't know how to do trailers back then. Is that leg actually off the ground? Far one?
Yeah.
That's weird.
No, because there's some issues.
Oh, the cable's pulling on it.
Yeah. Lizzie's here. Liz.
And Liz.
What time is it there? Is it the morning?
Yeah, she's in our future.
Kisses?
I think she's 10 hours ahead.
Or not 24 hours ahead?
No.
Ruthie gives kisses on demand for treats. David says, look up the video for the Woman Ghostbusters cast on the Graham Newton show. Funny UK talking about Helmsworth. Ooh, I'm going to have to look that up.
It's like I liked the first Independence Day movie, and Chris Helmsworth is the only thing that made the second movie worth watching.
And that's a guy talking about
Yeah. His acting skills saved the movie in a little bit.
Oh, it's 5 p.m. there. So 5 p.m. on April 1st in Australia. Wow. Yeah, I think more than 10 hours.
Yep.
Did you guys have any April Fool's jokes there? Because you guys are still in school. Rainbow Unicorn, where are you at 1 a.m.? Is that UK? No. I can't. Sorry, buddy.
One of the problems I have with movies and Jess is that she doesn't like any movies from the 1980s. And that's before special effects really came in, but they had to sell the movie. They're really good movies, have really good plots and stories and acting.
It's very upsetting to him.
Yes, it is.
I did watch one, your favorite movie all time.
Kinda.
I might have fallen asleep, but I did watch it.
You did fall asleep during Tron Legacy. But I'm trying to get her to watch Trading Places with Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd. And Jamie Lee Curtis. The trailer for that one sucked, and Jamie Lee Curtis has a big part in the movie, and she only had like 2 seconds at the very end. And that's when she did that scene. You sleep on the couch.
Maybe for April Fools, I'll say, let's watch an 80s movie, dear.
I won't talk to you for a week.
You're right. The 80s had all the fashion. Shoulder pad. I know, I lived the 80s. It's part of the reason why I don't want to watch it.
Oh, he likes Guy as Kicker.
So Trading Places is really good, huh? Kitten Cuddle Room, that came up because of some political thing became a meme. Right? Am I saying it right?
Oh.
Good.
Kitten Cuddle Room, that's Sarah down in LA. Yeah, see? Trading Places is great. Just don't watch any trailer for any 80s movie trying to sell the movie to somebody to get them to watch it. It just won't happen.
See, I like Breakfast Club, but do you like Breakfast Club?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I like that. I mean, so My favorite all-time movie ever is Dirty Dancing, and that came from the 80s. It's just that he doesn't have. Oh, another one that I like from the 80s is The President's. Remember that movie? Where the president is single and he has a girlfriend.
Oh, yeah.
That one, I like that.
He dated a reporter?
Yeah.
Or the AG or something like that.
I was like a lobbyist.
What are you looking?
He likes this. This is from, I think I got that for B. Somehow it made it in here. Oh, yeah, CET, yeah. 16 candles.
It's been so long since I've seen 16 Candles, I don't even really remember much of it. Except it had Molly Ringwald in it.
Tracy, we can't be friends. Dirty Dancing was not horrible. Oh, I did like Top Gun. That was an 80s movie. Would love to watch. I think, weren't they coming out with a new one?
They're coming out with a continuation.
I will be watching that.
Tom Cruise is reprising his role as Maverick.
Oh, that's going to be interesting. Oh, yeah, American President. That was it.
He's got an eyeball.
Oh, don't eat it. Harrison Ford movie?
Like Air Force One.
Oh!
There's a...
The one that he was on the plane and he had to, like...
Yeah, that's Air Force One.
Oh, I like that one. Mm-hmm.
Arlington Road. That did not have... I'm not sure if that had Harrison Ford or not. No, it didn't. But that was a really good one.
I don't know what that one is.
You know, it's a thriller. With an American terrorist.
Well, that's my tissue. Yeah, Dirty Dancing does rock.
I don't think I've seen the sequel.
No, that was not good.
Okay, so that's good then. I think I have the sequel, but I haven't seen it.
What's his face with the wonky front teeth? Is that Tom Cruise? What's he doing here?
He's just checking things out. Sniffing.
You can't give him any mouses without cutting out the tail first.
He eats them.
That Twix does. Well,
Oh, he likes the ratty.
Do you think that could have caused the soft stool?
Well, he's pulling all the toys out.
This is one that you guys already have. There's several rats. Boom, ba-doom, ba-doom, boom, ba-doom, ba-doom. We're watching Scrubs right now. The episodes of Scrubs. We're visiting that. What?
Just nothing. Just thought you wanted to read it. So.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There's a TV series that it recommended us
Time for it, huh?
because we watched Scrubs. It's called Schitt's Creek.
Oh.
SCHITS. We couldn't get halfway through the first episode.
Everyone said it was really good, though. The Transformer movie from the 80s? I remember having Transformers when I was a kid.
I have all the TV series.
Well, I remember watching the cartoons.
Yeah. Chris and I went through and watched all the TV series a couple of years ago.
Yeah, so Scrubs is hilarious, but it's also very serious. Like, it was very, whoa.
Like, I posted a clip on my Facebook page. a week or two ago when COVID was just starting to spread, and it showed how easy it was for a virus to transfer from person to person. And it ended with just somebody tossing a tissue and getting and thanking this nice lady for being so sweet to him, so nice. And that lady got infected because of that tissue was contaminated, and she ended up dying. Show how easy viruses can spread.
So Tracy, the Good Place, I think I might have watched a half episode of it, but I never really got into it. We'll have to check it out though. One of the shows that John and I just recently watched that we absolutely loved was Sex Education on Netflix. Oh my goodness, that was amazing.
I highly recommend it. If you have young kids around, don't watch it with them because it's a rated R series. There's there's nudity in that.
There's a lot
I think it starts with nudity. It starts with the sex scene.
Yes. And Chris came out of his room saying, "What are you guys doing?"
And the movie the series is absolutely hilarious. There's times that we both just start screaming at the same time based on what they did in an episode. I mean, just watch the first episode just as a trial. I think you have to have their Prime membership, but on Netflix. But it's definitely worth it. And if you're bored, if you like the original Karate Kid movie, check out Cobra Kai. They have 2 seasons, and the 3rd season is in the works. It reprises Johnny and Daniel's original characters.
I think this is the first time they've had a new mouse on the strain. All of the other mouses have been recycled.
If you like Gillian Anderson from the X-Files, she has a prominent role in that series.
No, I think John's might have been confused with Hulu, but no, Netflix I don't think has different levels. He's asking Netflix has different levels of membership. I don't think so.
Well, I'm thinking of YouTube.
Oh, you're thinking of YouTube now?
Yes.
Okay, Hulu does too. We have.
I think Cobra Kai is on YouTube. Yeah.
Whoa. And Brooklyn Nine, I watched like the first couple of them. I never really. I bet you if we go back now, I would like it. Oh, Tootsie, yeah. Tacoma FD. I haven't heard of that. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Did you see he just jumped over his head? Well, I know the girls are downstairs waiting for me. Do you think it's okay for them to have this lick because they were licking it? You think this is...
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Okay, that is not safe for you.
Yeah, if you're watching a lot of YouTube right now, and you get the ads, $9.99 a month, I think it is. I've got that add-on to get rid of the ads, but I think as soon as they announce YouTube Red, and I have not regretted it. There's also a series on YouTube called Origin. That's also a very good one. It's a sci-fi thriller.
We'll take those out tomorrow, buddy. keep getting butt shots or giving butt shots. Kisses? Kisses?
Pew, pew, pew,
Hey.
pew, 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 pew.
Someone's gonna get mad. Do that to his brother. So I have to say, all of my, Nakia, Eddie, and Ruthie were all watching these guys today on TV. And if they moved around, Ruthie would go up and she would pound on the TV.
The Lost in Space on Netflix is good. She doesn't like it, but I like it.
That's another John and Chris show.
I still have to watch them season 3 of Stranger Things. All right, guys, it's been a pleasure. We're going to go ahead and step out.
Ow! You got me! No kisses! Okay, the window shut. Okay, you want to leave the light on?
For now. We'll turn them off when we go to bed.
Oh, look at cuties. Have you guys tried this out yet? And it's easier. Look, you can go in it. That's comfy. I think you need to put a heater bit in there.
We could probably turn it right side out now. It's already stretched out. There we go.
Yes, it was good to chat with all of you. Happy April Fool's, but not celebrating April Fool's Day. Tomorrow, you can do your thing, Jiggy.
What's my thing with Jiggy?
You know.
Not really.
Enjoy the whiskers. Have a perfect night.